Okay, so
I hate intros.
Intros?
I never.
Okay, I'll do the intro for you guys.
My
So
vlogs are always like, all right, it's a new day.
Okay, so we are going to do, what is it? How well do you know me questions. So we're going to answer these about each other and see if we get them right. That's right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is kind of like a part 2, but a different kind of way. If you guys go on my channel, I'll have him link it in his description box below. Go follow me, go watch my newest video, give it a thumbs up. It is basically a boyfriend-girlfriend tag. Yeah, this right here is just something we found, and it's just questions we're going to answer about each other and see basically who knows who more. Okay, so go ahead, ask me the first one.
What is my zodiac sign?
Oh, Taurus. He is a Taurus.
You got it easy though, because that was my first card too.
I was going to say, that is the only reason why I know, because that was his first card.
Yours is Aquarius.
Absolutely. He gets so annoyed because I'll always talk about how, oh, I'm an Aquarius, so, you know, this is why I am the way I am.
Oh my god, it said I'm going to breathe today. How many siblings do each of my parents have?
Oh.
That's a hard one.
Do each of your parents have?
Yeah.
His is, he's got to think, because he hasn't even met all mine, I think. Maybe you have. Okay.
I haven't met all mine either.
Oh, each of your parents. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. My dad passed away a few years ago.
And I never met him, so... Does he have siblings? Mm-hmm. Well, got this wrong. I'll say, I know his mom has one. He has the smallest family ever, I feel. Mm-hmm. His mom has a brother, so... And your dad, I'm going to guess 2.
With my mom... See, I don't know with them because, like, I don't know, like, actual, like, full blood. Yeah, it's just my mom and my uncle, so. But, like, half brothers and sisters, I know there's a half brother.
Oh, God, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And I think there's, like, multiple. And I know of one, but I think there's more.
So I got this question.
Every time I go to my grandpa and grandma's, they'll be like, oh, you know, so-and-so, this and that. I'm like, who?
Oops.
And you said what for my dad?
2.
2? I only know of one brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you even talk to him still?
No.
Okay.
No,
okay. Okay.
But yours, your mom, is it just one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Okay,
yep.
I thought
I have an
more.
aunt.
And your dad.
Okay, now I gotta think. I gotta think about this one.
Your dad, I know of 3 brothers.
Yeah.
And the sister.
Yeah.
And
I think there might be one more brother. One more uncle
like
I have.
A half brother?
I don't know. I want to say there's
That's a confusing question, like, because it's...
Well,
it makes you think so deep.
Well, no, because my gran just lost one of her sons.
Yeah.
So there has to be 4. I've only ever met and grew up my whole life with 3.
Maybe like a different dad or something?
I don't know. Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't know. I just... So, he kind of got it right, I guess.
Okay. Ooh, this is a hard one.
Okay.
What town did I grow up in?
Money Road, baby.
Yeah.
Wrong! You didn't! You grew up in Oakland County.
No, that's...
Kind of Monroe? Both? A little bit?
I was born here and I lived here for a few years. I don't know, like... I say I was born here, but, like, my childhood was in Walled Lake, up in Oakland County.
Well, see, me...
So I guess either one's kind of correct.
I would say for the vast part Monroe, but I have grew up all over. I've lived everywhere. Yeah. All over, like, Michigan.
I was supposed to guess, but it's okay.
Oh, oops, sorry. See, I gotta... Okay.
What was... Oh, this is... I'm going to skip that one for both of us. What was the name of our elementary school? Because I think we both had multiples.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm so shy is because I went to like 50 million different schools.
Ooh, this is a complicated one. What did I like to do as a child?
Listen to music.
That's so vague. I did more than listen to music.
Play video games.
I mean, yeah.
Do you like to hang out with your grandma?
Oh, I mean, I spent a lot of time with her, yeah, but...
Play with cars, work on cars.
Well, no, I mean, those are all good ones. You don't keep going.
I was gonna say, I don't know, man. Is there... Okay, now I gotta think of me. Hold on, what?
I gotta think of you.
I know.
What did you like to do as a child?
Oh, okay.
Watch movies.
My
for
family
sure.
is big movie buffs. Okay, I would say that. But there's one in my head that kind of just sticks out.
Play with Barbies.
Absolutely. Still to this day, I'm 27 years old and I could probably play with Barbies. That's why I need to have a daughter.
Did I get an allowance as a child?
I'm sure he did.
Hell no.
No? Okay. Did I?
My allowance was I was allowed to cut the grass and do things around the house to keep the roof over my
He
head.
was an only child, so that blows my mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I?
No, but yes.
I was going to say, no, we did not get an allowance, but I will tell you this. If my mom and dad, they would make it happen if we wanted to go to the mall on a Friday night or if we wanted to go skating, they'd give us money. So that's not an allowance, but like they were pretty good. They were good to us when it came to that.
I would $20 to go to the mall. I would have to cut the grass for about 6 weeks, probably.
Oh God.
What are some chores that I had to do when I was growing up? Actually, I think we should do these as just like answering them because I feel like it would be more interesting.
Okay,
like if I just answer it, you answer it for
we
you.
can do it. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little turn and we're gonna answer them.
So what are some chores that I had to do when I was growing up? For me, it would be cutting the grass, vacuuming the house. Like I would say your normal stuff.
I feel like his mom was a lot more strict on him.
Well, vacuuming was a daily thing. The house was vacuumed every single day.
And I'm gonna be honest.
Cutting the grass at least once a week. I mean, really like when it needed it, but it was about once a week. Anything of mine that like I used or got at, which is ironic because I'm the total opposite now, but anything that I used, it had to go back in a certain spot. Like, you know, if I got my bike out of the garage, there was a literal exact spot for it to go back. Like,
I did not have any chores growing up. I will tell you, my mom made us pick up the house.
Trash was my thing. I always had to take the trash out.
My mom, I did laundry. I'm weird. I liked doing laundry then, so I never had chores. I don't think. If my mom said, "Can you pick up the house or something?" I'd pick up the house. I mean.
And I got the cool end because I was an only child, so I didn't have anybody to split them up with. Am I more like my mother or my father? That's a good one.
Okay. Oh, I was about to answer for you. Do you want me to answer? You answer the first one last.
I'll answer first. Okay. Am I more like my mother or father? That's tricky because I only knew my dad for like my young childhood. But my mom says a lot of stuff I do is similar to him, and like a lot of my traits and stuff.
He looks just like his dad, guys.
And she and like everyone, like my friends always say that I'm similar to my mom, but I don't see it at all. Like
he is. He is. His mom is very. She just.
I would say because obviously I know my mom still to this day. Like I would say her, but that's only because I can compare. Like I can't compare to my dad because
He definitely looked more like his dad. I'll say that. Me. What was the question? Who am I more like?
Are you more like your mom or your dad?
I feel like I am 50-50. My mom, I feel like I look more like my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, especially younger years. We look like freakishly alike. So if like it comes to fixing stuff or building something, I'm just like my dad because we strip it and we break it and we just like.
If it doesn't work perfectly the first time, then it's just.
My dad, I feel like, is almost bipolar to an extent, and I feel like I can definitely be that way sometimes. So I say 50-50.
This is a good one. What is the worst trouble that I got into as a child?
Ooh, I was really bad as a child.
Mine would be when I discovered Axe body spray shoots fire if you have a match or a lighter.
Ooh, I didn't know this.
In school.
I'm learning this. I think you told me, but I don't remember. See, I got a bad memory, guys.
Oh my god, yeah, I almost got expelled.
Ooh.
So we found, obviously, I'm sure it's like a normal thing. Well, no, I don't know, but we found out that, you take a lighter and, the axe, and you light the lighter, spray the axe, and it goes...
I remember you showing me that. I feel it's like a pyro.
Yeah, well, I was in Cub Scouts, and I got my, my fire license and all that stuff. I don't like fires like, what would the word be, like therapeutic or like, I don't know, like a fly when a fly when it sees like the fly traps or whatever and it just like flies to it. Like that's like fire for me. We were in our metal shop class, which like the shop is downstairs and then like there was this concrete thing upstairs, like which is where the classroom was and the teacher was never there. And we were spraying it, like we weren't like I mean, as stupid as it sounds, we weren't lighting anything on fire except, you know, the axe. Mm-hmm. But then me and possibly other people sprayed like a smiley face, like with the axe, and then you light it and it would burn for a second. Again, it caused no damage. It didn't actually burn anything. It was just burning the alcohol
she's
off.
doing this in school.
Yeah. That was the issue, that it was in school. And
this is great.
The entrance to the classroom was in the back. Like, we were facing this way and you came in from the back. The teacher whistled and we turned around. That teacher
was mean.
He wasn't, though.
Not to me, but I just heard, okay,
you could literally, like, we could literally leave class and, like, go to Circle K and stuff like that. Like, if you brought him a drink or whatever, he didn't give a shit. But, so he was like, or like, you know, did like that whistle, and we were all like, oh. Mm-hmm. And me and a few other people got sent right to the principal's office.
And you didn't get suspended or nothing?
Oh, I got suspended right there on the spot, pending, like, expulsion. Like,
that's kind of funny. Oh, I couldn't imagine his mom. His mom's strict, so I couldn't imagine.
I would say, you know what the ironic part is, though? Like, as much trouble as I got in for that, I got in more trouble the one time she caught me skipping.
Oh my God. And you know whose fault that was? Mine.
I simply chose to go to school and sleep.
Oh my God.
This one would not go to school.
No, I skipped so much. High school, I was hardly ever there. I'm going to be the first. I don't know how I passed. Gonna be honest with you. The most trouble I ever got in, oh man. As a child, see, oh God. Teen years wasn't that bad. As a younger kid, I've heard horror stories. I can only pray that my kids are never going to come out like I was. I guess the worst thing, I took off from my mom and dad and I hid from them in Kmart, and I fell asleep in a rack and they couldn't find me.
Didn't they have to shut the store down?
They shut the store down. They had the search dogs looking for me. One of my uncles had found me hiding, sleeping.
Yeah, she went to hide, you know, like kids do, they run off and hide to be funny.
Yeah,
but her ass fell asleep in the rack instead of, you know, like, here I am.
Yeah, you know, like one of those circular ones that has clothes all down. I would have never thought. I feel so bad for my parents, and that's just one of the very many bad things that I did.
Do you, like, scold the kid for the trouble they put you through, or do you, like, cry because you found them?
I'm sure they did both.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, after that, they did have one of those little leashes for your kids. Absolutely. I guess I can't blame them.
Oh, man.
I was bad. Like, I can't believe I've turned out the way I am.
What was my favorite? We'll do this one as like a combination. What was my favorite and least favorite subject in school?
Ooh.
I think my favorite, and it's kind of like a backhanded one to say, like, science was my favorite subject, I guess you call it, but I hated the teachers. Like, I hated the curriculum of it.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like,
it was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his was cool, but, like, I loved the topics and the subject, but I just couldn't stand the curriculum of it. Like, science is so interesting to me.
I feel like it's really fun when it's hands-on.
Yeah, like when it's hands-on and when I learn what I want to learn about. Like, school, like, you just learn all this crap that is irrelevant, that makes no sense, that you're never going to use. And then my least favorite would have been math. Okay,
well, I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, I hated school. I did.
Yeah.
I did not like
I did not like school at all. I
blame him.
I absolutely hated it.
Because of him. I mean, I graduated on time and everything. Actually finished early. But I'm going to say...
I think we graduated because of each other. Like,
yeah. I will say because of him.
I made you go to school,
yes,
but like you helped me, and
I feel like, and it's not that I was like bullied or anything like that. I truly just hated school, and I feel like I feel like honestly, I base it off of because of how often I moved when I was younger. That I never ended up making like that one solid group of friends like he did. You know, I didn't have that. I mean, I was friends with like everybody. I feel like I was mutual with everybody and all that. But like, I never had that group of like hardcore friends, and I was super shy. I was actually voted the most shyest in school at the time, which is crazy now because people now, like when I work with and all that, they do not believe that. But like,
until you started working at Taco Bell, you were like that. Like,
yeah, and I just feel like because it broke me out of my shell. I was the
same way. Like before I worked at Kroger, like she was like, this kid doesn't talk. Like,
yeah, they didn't think I was gonna make it, but I'm like,
me too at Kroger.
I guess to say, I just hated school. I can't tell you a favorite, and I really can't tell you a least favorite because I didn't like going.
Your thing too, like, my mom, for me to not go to school, I had to be bleeding somewhere or physically throwing up. Otherwise, I was going to school. You could just be like, I don't want to go to school, and like that was it. Like,
I hated. I guess maybe my most favorite. I would say math or English. I liked that. No, I'm lying. Psh, take it off. Accounting. I loved accounting. I loved the teacher. He was awesome. I loved how everything. Only I loved it really when stuff like went together and I did it right. But my least favorite, I'd say science. Only simply because I failed it like 3 times, so I hated it.
But it was the curriculum. I swear it was that teacher. Am I close to my extended family?
Am I?
Yeah.
Extended?
Would be like.
Who would you consider my aunts?
I would say anything that's not your immediate family. So like anybody that's not, you know, your grandmom, dad.
What about my aunt?
I would say that's extended because you don't really. I don't know. I mean, to me, I would say that's extended because, you know, she lives in a different state and you don't really see her too much.
I would say no, I'm really not. I have a pretty big family. I'm really close with my immediate. There are some extended that I'm really close with.
But you just have so many.
Yeah,
like, you can't. You know, it's not like for like that you don't like them or something
the thing is, we're all spread out from each other.
Yeah.
I would say no, not really. And you?
Definitely not.
No.
My immediate family would only be my mom because my dad's dead. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's my uncle. I don't know if you would. That would be like.
I feel like he's.
That would be like my next up for immediate family, but you know he lives out in BFE, so you know you really only see him on like holidays or once in a blue moon. Mm-hmm. And my grandpa and grandma, same thing. They live in BFE, and you don't see them too much. And that's like 90% of my family right there.
So yeah, so we'll say no.
So I mean, really, like yes, but no. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just more like a time distance type thing because there's like 6 total members. So what year did I graduate from high school? We'll combine them again. What year did I graduate, and have I ever had to repeat a grade?
Funny thing. Okay.
I'll go first.
Go ahead. I was gonna say answer.
So I was supposed to graduate in 2010, and
You didn't.
I thought I did though.
No, you had to stay a whole year. You graduated with me.
It wasn't a whole year though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I walked with my class.
No, you didn't. No? You walked with me.
Did I?
Yeah, you walked with me.
Oh, it's been so long, I forgot already. So yeah, I was supposed to graduate in 2010, and I never had to repeat a grade, but we had to like.
To base it off credits.
Yeah, and I think a lot of schools are different, but like ours was based on credits, which I think that's pretty common, but you didn't like repeat a grade. You just
had to stay.
You had to have so many
credits.
Yeah, you had to have like so many credits for like science, so many for history, so many for like, you know, math and stuff like that. And then like there was just the random ones like, you know, a foreign language or like your home ec and stuff. And because I slept so much, I didn't have enough credits to graduate on time. And the way ours worked is, what was it called? Was it alternative ed?
Yeah,
or adult ed or something?
Yeah, it's like connected to our school, but it's like...
It was like a separate school within our school.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had our own start and end time and like our own little parking lot and stuff, but it was in the same school.
And so actually some of the classes you had to take required you to go out into the like school.
Oh yeah,
we had to do that, yeah.
But like, basically what it was a giant classroom with like 1 or 2 teachers, and they were more, I wouldn't even say teachers, more or less like supervisors.
I loved them.
And you would just get like, because everybody was, you know, everybody had their own class that they were working on, you know, so like, you would basically get the book in correlation with the packet of what you had to do, and then
you finish it and you get the credit.
You work at your own pace to get that done, you know, so some people would take a week to do a packet, other people would bust it out in like 2 days. So somebody like you, what's the word I'm looking for, like, you wouldn't have graduated on time
had I not went in there.
Going to our regular classes. You would have had to stay longer.
Yeah.
Me, by the time I realized that, it was too late, so I had to... I think I was in it before I graduated, but I wasn't done yet. And
no,
I
don't think so. No.
I don't remember, because
junior year...
I did summer school, and I made up something big.
No, I don't remember. You may have made some credits. See, I never went to school, but my junior year, before my senior, I was shy of like, I think, 2 credits. So that's like 4 classes, because each class was like half. And I could have...
Yeah, you would have had to stay longer, like stay an extra year and take the classes. Yeah. Or...
Put myself in adult ed, and I could get the credits I needed for my senior year on top of the couple classes.
And you might think like, oh, well, that's a stupid, you know, why would you even think about it? But when we went, like, you never heard anything good about it. Like,
no.
people made it sound like it was the worst.
People made
thing
adult ed sound like it was like kind of trashy for people that like you're crap. Like
the
kids
teacher's
that
an asshole. They yell at you, and it's miserable in there. So like,
and I'm gonna be honest, it was one of my favorite parts of school.
Yeah.
I loved it. The people in there, like you met so many kind of personalities, and
the ironic thing is though, the people in there that said that it was terrible, don't ever do it, were the ones who would go in there and sleep, argue with the teacher, you know, try to be the class clown when there's nothing going on. Yeah.
There are some classes, and I'm going to be honest with you, I had teachers personally tell me, I like you, and you're a good person, and like, you know, you try, and I'm going to pass you. And I didn't do nothing in that class.
Yeah,
like, I was never there.
All the time.
Yeah, and I had like a teacher, she just really liked me, and she gave me the credit. I didn't have to do anything. Adult ed, you have to do it. You have to do that
and they would check the work.
Yeah. So you have no option.
The science teacher that she just said that she hated that science class, in that class, she didn't check any of your work besides tests.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, I did not like that lady.
She would just walk around and just look. Yep. If you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, I hate school written down, and she just saw that there was stuff written on the paper, and you got a check mark. Like, and that was it. The only thing you had to pass was tests.
But yeah, to make the story short, we both graduated in 2011. I actually graduated with my class. But
you were done early.
Here's the thing. Yes, I was finished like a month before school had got out, even for seniors. But being in adult ed, you were not allowed to miss any school. That was part of the requirement. You had to be to school.
And we still skipped a couple times, remember?
Oh yeah.
And we would have to call and pretend like we were sick. I would literally call the school I had a car, she didn't. I always drove. Mm-hmm. And my mom, there was no skipping, there was no missing. So I would go to your house or whatever we would do.
We'd sleep.
Yeah, and literally sleep.
All day.
But like, you would have to get up and I would have to call the teacher, be like, hey, you know, so-and-so, I'm not going to make it in today.
Can you let like the teacher whatever know?
Yeah, can you let the teacher know and blah, blah, blah. And then that was it. Remember right before we got done, once you were done and the teacher checked it off, like if you were fully done with your credits, you didn't have to come back. Like, that was your last day. And then they changed that, because I don't remember what happened, but they changed it to where you had to continue. Literally, even if you were done,
you had to sit there every day.
You sat there like this.
Every day.
And remember, I went to Walmart, I bought a cheap laptop so we could sit there and, because smartphones weren't really a thing.
I used to play on my
We had our
phone.
iPod touches.
I used to play Call of Duty. Zombies on my phone all day.
And I bought the cheapest $99 or $199 laptop to sit there and watch, was it? No, it wasn't even Netflix back then. Like we would download movies on like LimeWire and stuff, and that's what we did. Like for how many months? Like you literally had to get up and go to school. I was definitely
like a month and a half, but I pride myself. It made me feel good because without having that, I would not have. I would have had to stay an extra year.
She doesn't understand this when I always say it. I actually purposely failed a lot of classes. So she wouldn't have to go to school for a year alone. So I got myself.
That was so nice of him.
See?
I loved it.
Did I or would I go to my high school reunion?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
I would say no because the people that I want to see, I still like.
Yeah, he's still good friends with. And again, I'm gonna tell you, I was acquaintances and I, got along with everybody, but I never had that huge pack of step friends. He has been best friends with, I could say all their names, since he was in...
It's not a lot of people, it's just a couple.
But you know what, I would rather have a couple, and I love that. And so he still is in contact with all of them. Me, I just...
The only other ones, I'm friends with on Facebook, so I can follow, I see enough. In the rest of my high school reunion, I'd be like...
Yeah,
I don't be here.
I wouldn't go back, no. I have no desire.
If my job forced me to take a vacation for 3 days, what do you think I would do? We'll just say, for ourselves again.
What would I do for 3 days? That's it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
3 days isn't enough. I need
3 days isn't a lot for you.
I just had a week off work and before all this quarantine stuff, or actually right in the middle, and it wasn't enough, and I didn't even do anything.
You typically get 2 days off a week, though. So I mean,
yeah, I get 2 days a week off.
The third day, don't get me wrong, it'd be great, but for me, I think the first day I would probably get random stuff done around the house.
I know what I would do.
Second and third day, not a damn thing.
Now.
Games, couch and movies and Netflix, and of course eat the entire time.
Now me, I would 3 days off. So the first day I would just chill, get like home stuff done that I've been wanting to do for the rest of the week.
Like the stuff I've been waiting to do all week or something like that.
But
so
it's just like pick or choose. And then I would end up going to my family's, of course, chilling with them, doing something, and then going to stores and shopping. And then the last day, spend relaxing and chilling. That's how I live my life.
Okay, here's a good one. If I could have dinner with one person who is either dead or alive, who would that be?
Post Malone, baby. All day.
My grandma.
Oh, wow. He got deep. Me, I just... Post Malone.
Definitely my grandma. What is the most expensive meal that I have ever had? What would be yours?
I'm a very cheap eater, actually. So if I get a meal, like, anything over $10, I'm pretty shocked because I'm not that expensive of an eater. Trying to think of a place.
Yours would probably be Mango.
Mango's still like $12.
No, it's about 20 a piece.
20 a piece? Oh, yeah. Hands down, Mango then.
Yeah.
Oops! I was about to be like Arby's.
Oh my god, no. Okay, mine would be...
He's an expensive eater, I already know.
No, you don't, I guarantee. She's thinking the Ultimate Feast at Red Lobster.
I am, actually.
That's $35. That is not even a third of the most expensive meal that I've ever had.
What?
You know this. I love the Ultimate Feast at Red Lobster. It comes with like crab legs, lobster tail, like shrimp scampi, like a bunch of stuff. It's this much food.
Basically a feast of seafood,
it's
which
like,
is horrible.
It's like $35, and obviously their biscuits are amazing. The most expensive one I ever had, I didn't pay for, so I don't know if that counts, but...
It doesn't matter.
For my work, like, thank you thing for being with them for 5 years, they took us to a steakhouse, Mancy's.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah. And I think it's an Ohio only thing. I think there's only like 2 or 3 locations. Mm-hmm. But it's like a place that you dress up to go there, and we went straight from work, so jean shorts, Air Forces, were dirty and whatnot, but we were upstairs in this like loft too.
I remember,
which is the funny thing. It was like one of those like really dark, like everything's this like cherry kind of wood. And
so how much was it?
So for me and you to go eat like our average, like something like we have here, like our steak and potatoes and like corn or something like that.
Was it $90?
That would be probably $150 plus for us to eat there.
Heck no.
I tried like 3 different beers because I was like, ooh, I don't like beer because I never really tried any, so I got like a bunch of random ones. They all taste like crap. They all taste the exact same to me. The appetizers they got these, you dip your stuff in like melted butter. They've got these little like glass things that have these candles under it with like a gallon of liquid, like melted butter to dip your stuff. It's delicious.
Jesus
but
Christ.
Crab legs that are this big. And
so we're talking like hundreds.
Yeah. So like, and these crab legs too, like these are like perfectly cut open, so you grab this crab leg and then you take a chunk of meat out of it that's this big, which is insane. But they had those all around the table. They had all kinds of appetizers. So I tallied it up. I looked our menu up online. I don't remember all what I got, but it was steak and lobster and crab and all kind of like everything. I tallied up everything from my drinks to the appetizers to my plate of food and of course dessert. And it was like over $300.
Whoa.
And I mean, I didn't get like extra than anybody else. It's just, that was about the average price of a plate, like if you tallied all that up, which is outrageous. The food was delicious, don't get me wrong. They were the best crab legs I had ever had. But I don't care how rich we were. For one, I like my steaks on the grill better.
Me too.
And I'm not saying that like, oh yeah, I make the best steaks. Like, I truthfully can go take a $20 steak from Kroger, season it, put it on the grill, and make the most delicious steak that I have ever had. And I've had a $300 plate of steak from a like world-renowned steakhouse, and I like my own better. Where do we take our first picture? I guess we can answer it together. Where do we take our first picture together?
Right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Where we live now, I used to live, when we first met each other, I lived the street in front of us.
We live on this street. Mm-hmm. When we first started dating, you lived on the street in front of us.
Yep.
And when I was born, I lived on the street in front of that.
Yeah, we took our first picture over there. We had our first kiss. We're almost right in front of where his mom lives now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One street over. Have I ever been married before?
Just twice.
No.
I'm just kidding. No.
Let's talk about this. What?
Just kidding. No.
Who has more shoes? By what? You have more by about 80 pairs?
And the only reason he has as many shoes as he does is because I buy them for him.
I'm the type, like, I wear a pair of shoes until you can't wear them anymore. Do I think women and men can just be friends?
I do. I think men and women can be friends. Hold on.
I do and I don't.
I think they can. I don't really. Now, okay, I need to say this for anyone that's watching. I'm not saying this goes for everybody, because there is an exception to everybody. But I will be honest with you, I do not think exes can be friends. I'll say that. I've tried it before, it doesn't work, and I've tried it a couple times.
I think if you have kids,
work.
it would be different, but I would almost say like co-parents more than
it's
friends.
It's kind of like you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, make your life. Do you want to make your life hard, or do you want to?
Like in your video, we asked about like being jealous and stuff like that. Like if you're hanging out with an ex, like there's a problem.
Do I think men and women can be? I just don't think. I think men and women can be friends, but me being in a relationship with him, I have no desires to be friends with any dudes. I mean, we have mutual friends together, but I would never just message them out of the blue for something. I don't know. Like to be like, hey, how's your day going today? No. I don't have any desire to, though. So
I think the answer is yes, but I think for most people, it ends up being a no. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, because I could be friends with a girl and like, I'm not going to get feelings for her. I'm not going to be like, oh, you know, I'm starting to like her more than I like you or something like that. But I feel like one of those two people, I almost want to say like inevitably eventually would.
Actually, to be honest, I have had this happen. I used to be best friends with this dude I used to work with.
Hasn't it?
This happens a lot to me.
It's coworkers.
Here's the thing. This is what happens to me because I'm super friendly and I love being friends with people. So
every guy mistakes that as flirting. Any guy watching this video, a girl simply being friendly is not flirting.
Yeah, and this is true because this is me. And maybe that's just like my personality may come off that way. I don't, I am just a genuine person, but like. Point blank is like from my experience, I have been best friends with multiple dudes before, and it meant nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's one in specific I used to be best friends with.
But that was it on your end. Like,
on my end, yeah, and I made it very clear, and
like,
it's like I made it pretty very, it was very clear in the beginning. But then he ended up like falling like hardcore in love with me, and it caused a lot of problems where I had to just kind of cut the friendship because either you can put it behind you or you can't, and I just feel like, I don't know.
I think once that happens, like, you can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't just, like, I don't think you can just get rid of those feelings.
No, you know I mean, I couldn't.
And that's what I say, like, I feel like you can just be friends, but, like, but then, like, I kind of backtrack and saying, like, if one person gets feelings, but if one of those people gets feelings, like, that friendship is over, or you guys are both going to fall in love or something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting one. What are my thoughts about divorce? Because I think that's like a touchy subject. Because there's people who are like, oh my God, you pissed me off today. I want a divorce. And then there's people like, no, I'm married to you. I'm never getting a divorce, even though I'm miserable. And then there's like we tried to work it out, but it's not working kind of divorce. And I'm like, I think I would be like the third one. Like I don't like our parents. I think are like not my mom. But
I don't know. I grew up in a family where it's really rare nowadays. A lot of families are divorced. That's sad, and it just happens. But I grew up in a family where my parents had been married my whole life. They've been married for almost my older brother's about 28, 29. They've been married for almost close to 30 years. My parents have been married, and I've seen lowest of lows, and I've seen really highs. And I'm just like, I guess it's how much like. I don't know. I don't really have like a strong opinion about it. I mean, if you're not happy, especially if you have kids, your kids can see that, I feel. So I feel like you need to be happy. And if you're not happy and you've tried everything you can possibly try and you've done everything you can.
Don't ever just give up. Like,
I mean, fight for it. But if it's still just not there and that happens, that's sad and it's true. I feel like then if that's what's best, that's what you got to do. I don't.
Ways.
Yeah, I don't have any like.
That's where I'm at with it. Like,
it's not something I ever want to go through.
No, absolutely not. But like,
well, what he's thinking, like me, I think that's why when we get a lot of questions like, why aren't you guys married? Like, you know, you guys been together forever. Like I said in my video, we had split up for a little bit, and had we got married in the beginning, we could have had a divorce. And you know, I'm glad that
the first chunk of our relationship, we were still in school.
Yeah.
I'm not getting married in high school. You know what I mean?
No, it works for some, but me and him, it just wasn't. No,
it was never like I don't want to get married because I think we're gonna break up. It was like, we're in high school, like, you know, let's worry about school and like get life started. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, married, like, because my vision of a marriage was like, you know, you live together, you know, life's good, then you know you propose and you have a nice wedding
plus,
or whatever.
Like you should live with someone before you marry. But that's a story in itself. I mean, I don't know, but just like I'm saying, for me personally, it's not something I want to do, but.
I'm all about, like, you have to be happy. Like, if you're not happy, I'm not going to be happy. And if I'm not happy, you're not going to be happy. No. You know, and like...
And then if you throw kids into the dynamic, they're suffering.
Yeah, the kids are going to suffer.
And he's lived with a divorce. He knows what it's like. So I don't know what it's like, but like...
It sucks. Like, I remember that, like, I could tell you word for word. I could tell you the time of day. I could tell you exactly where I was standing in the house when...
Yeah.
Like, I was standing at the top of... We had a half-finished basement. They were standing at, like, the bottom, like you walked up 2 stairs. It's kind of like ours, but, like, you walk up 2 stairs and then, like, walk upstairs. Mm-hmm. I was standing at the doorway. They were standing at that bottom step. Like, I could hear them arguing, and I came down there, like, I was going to be like, what the hell is going on? And then...
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess to answer that, we answered that. I don't have any... Really, I don't have no feelings towards it. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you have to be happy. It's not like a, you know, okay, we got divorced and life's perfect now, like, especially if you have kids, but you gotta be happy. So if you gotta get divorced, you gotta get divorced. I'm not that person that would ever be like, you know, I'm miserable, I hate my wife, but, you know, I'm not getting divorced. Like,
I like all the next questions. Those are funny. Okay. That next one's funny.
So I think if it has to happen, it has to happen. Like, I don't look... Like, and there's people that look down on you for that. Like, you know, like, oh, that's, you know, you're getting a divorce, you're a terrible person.
Who cares? Who cares? Everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah, you gotta be happy. What are my thoughts on open relationship and...
Polygamy.
I always say polygamy. What's that, like, where you have, like, multiple...
I think.
Hey, Siri, what is polygamy?
Yes?
What is polygamy?
Here's what I found.
Oh yeah, that's multiple spouses in a marriage.
Oh, okay. No. Again, if I don't want to like offend anyone, if you do it, like right on, rock on for you. Yeah. But
whatever makes you happy, absolutely. But you know, asking us.
Open relationship. Okay, listen, I ain't jealous, but I'm not watching my dude make out with some other girl. Like, I don't think so. And
Jeff Lowe, he's a tool.
Right? No, cool. I've listened to podcasts where people were talking about that, and I'm like, if you can do it and it works for you, absolutely, do what you gotta do.
Can't be the same,
I could see it definitely sprucing things up or making it worse. I
can't envision sitting here like with you and another woman or you and another dude, like, and all be like married together. Like, that's no,
thank you.
Not at all.
Not for me.
And especially being like, you see all those like people that get like. One guy's got like 7 wives.
The Sister Wives guy,
That's ridiculous.
That's too much work.
Yeah.
One's enough.
Would I ever get married at a courthouse?
This is a tough one.
If we needed to be married for some reason, like...
I would say like maybe insurance, I don't know, I know this is terrible to say. Like if I was like really sick, I don't have insurance, and he's got really good insurance. If like I was dying or something and I needed it, yeah, when push comes to shove, I would. It's not my most ideal thing. It's something I don't... Our courthouse, for one, I'm just basing it off of our courthouse here. I don't know how y'all's is, but ours is stinky. It smells like maple syrup. It's old. It's not nice. The chairs are crappy. Like, there's nothing cute about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not like, not for it, but like, I hope your guys' courthouses are nicer than ours, because ours is not nice.
Mine would be no, unless... It was for a reason, you know, like insurance or,
I don't know.
Yeah, it would be like a last resort
I just would hope that our courthouse was nicer.
Because you could plan a cheap little, like, one-off wedding, just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Without even planning it.
Yeah.
Oh, camera's gonna die.
Should we end it? Do one more.
Yeah, do one more.
We'll do one more for you guys. If you guys want to see more of these and you want to have another video with me and him.
Let us know in the comments. What makes me different from you?
Oh boy.
That's a deep one.
Oh shoot. The camera may die, so I'm sorry if it cuts off. What makes you different from me? He's really smart. I feel like he's really book smart, and I feel like he's really smart. I feel like I'm street smart. So I guess maybe that's a little bit different. He's very free, and I wouldn't say careless because that sounds terrible with money. As me, I am more like, I have a calendar full of like how I pay my stuff. He stresses me how he pays his stuff. Like he's got 5 million things. He pays way more things than I do.
I just pay him when they're due. I mean,
and me, I can't.
She has to plan it out. Like I just pay it.
That's it. He's a more of like go with the flow, whatever, free, free bird, whatever. Me, I have to base my life off of planning. If not, I feel like my life is just like, ooh, it stresses me out. So, on that note, guys,
she's got to plan stuff. I'm more just kind of like.
Go with the flow.
What happens, happens.
And I feel like that's how we're opposites and we attract that way and we balance each other. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Another one, your life revolves around horror movies, and me, I'm just like, meh.
Yeah, how is he not a Michael Myers fan? Like, that is sickening.
I don't hate them, but like, they're so cheesy. Like, the scary ones, like, what's the one we watched with like that haunted house, like in the doll and stuff like that?
Annabelle.
Yeah, like those are good. Like ones that are scary and creepy. I like those, but like
he's not a Michael Myers fan, and that's my go-to number
you're
one.
In a car going 90 miles an hour, and then there's this guy walking around with a knife, walking this fast, and he's everywhere you're at, and he gets shot and stabbed and drowned and electrocuted and all that, and he doesn't die. I don't get it. But all right, camera's gonna die.
Alright guys, so on that note, we'll talk to you later. Like this video if you enjoyed it and are rambling. If you guys want to hear more ramble videos, trust me, give us topics. We'll do it all day long. Yeah. We do this with each other all day long.
Yeah, leave it in the comments of questions or topics or anything.
We'll definitely answer them.
We'll make like a compilation video or something. And I'll link her video that we just did. What was yours? Boyfriend
girlfriend tag. Kind of about us, our relationship.
I'll link that in the description below.
Bye guys.